Right, welcome back. 6 hours later, with all the gluing that I've done, the engine is all now dried. So I'll start with the two engine block tops, the silver ones. Right here there's a peg and a peg hole, and right here there's a peg and a peg hole. I just dropped some glue in the peg hole and just put that down, held it down for a few seconds. I did the same with the other one. Peg and peg hole there, peg and peg hole there, drop of glue, and just put it down on its face like that. While that was drying, I then put this piece on here on the front and painted that in the orange, and then the aluminium for the fronts. I've got some topping up to do here. That's where it was connected to the sprue, and I've obviously sanded that down, so I've obviously got to top that up. On the plans, moulded into the front of the engine block, you got like two circular tabs, and I think there was about a mil sticking out, about 1.5 mil sticking out that way, and in the back of there they've got the corresponding mounting holes. And the one good thing about this, I just pushed it on and it was pretty stiff, no glue required. Whoops. So what I might do is I might just get some Tamiya extra thin and just let that sink down inside there, but that just slotted on and it was really a quite stiff fit, so that was perfect. Putting this back down on its face like so, I've got this lid here. Now inside of the lid itself there's like a rectangular tab there and a rectangular tab there, and inside this orange block it actually sat flush to the wall. The tab sat flush to the wall of the inside of the block, so I just pushed that on and it clicked into place. So I took it back out again and just put a little bead of glue round and just pushed it back on and just let it there to dry for 6 hours while the glue dried on the block heads, plates and the plate underneath, and just let it dry. Then came this little gold painted piece here. There's like a little square cutout and a little square tab, and I just put a drop of super glue in there and just maneuvered it into place and then pushed it down, and the little slot on the tab aligned, and then went that's glued in lovely. It's only glued in by that little tab though, but it seems quite solid. So that's that done. Going on to the crown parts, you've got like the intercooler, the what's the name that goes on the top there. Then you've got the body of that on the bottom. Now it tells you to cut them pegs off. I didn't. I cut them about halfway off, because if I'd have cut the pegs as they said to, it would have just glued face to face. So I just I test fitted it, the supercharger, that's it. So I just test fitted it and it stuck out a bit too much, so I just cut down the difference and then just slotted that into place, and it was a perfect fit. And then you've got that plate there and that plate there, and that goes into the main body of the housing. And I just done that with some glue. Again, I didn't clamp it or nothing, and that's what I've got. And in here, I don't know if you can make it out, but there's some like cutouts on the actual housing, that there's a tab on the back of the plate and those just slot in, and those have glued in lovely. The actual supercharger head, again with the two little tabs, the two little round pegs and the peg holes, and just push them in, just put some glue in the hole and just let it rest. And then what I did is I just put it face down like that, and I was hoping that the plates wouldn't come off, wouldn't like go wah, and then like on the other side just go wah, just peel themselves off, but they didn't. These scratch marks here, I don't know if you can make them out, those were already on the supercharger head. So what I'm going to try and do maybe sand them out, or maybe just buff this up and then just put the Molotow, just paint the Molotow chrome on, see how it looks. I've also got a bit there where it's come off the sprue. It actually isn't black plastic, it's actually white plastic. In the past, chrome's always been, the black plastic part has been dipped in the chrome. This is actually white, so I've got a bit there to touch up with the Molotow pen. I've got a bit there to touch up with the Molotow pen, but that's all one piece now. Right, then you've got this piece of chrome. Yeah, there's a chrome piece, main piece, and then you've got two little parts on the side there. I think that's the what do they call that now? Is it like the junction box where you plug all the wires in? And then you've got like a tube there, and I don't know what that's for. So that's painted in gold. That's painted in the aluminium with a little gold part on it. And then that just inside there, that just is like a little channel at an angle. So that just glued into there, and then inside there for this there was just a little square tab, and then that just slotted into there. And basically what will happen is these two pegs will slot into, no, not them two pegs, that's it. So those two pegs there, 1, 2, will slot into those two peg holes there, 1, 2. And eventually this completed assembly, you see the pegs there, those will sit into those pinholes there with them little with those little pins there. And that is explained on the instructions there. So you put the two little you know, that electrical box, and then that, whatever that is, some kind of piston, or maybe some kind of whatever that is, glues onto the back of there. Then you glue that onto the supercharger assembly, and then the supercharger assembly will go onto the top of the engine. So that will be in the next video. But like I said, that's 6 hours of drying and assembly put on there, so I can actually put all these together now. So you got the supercharger, the that plate, and that will go onto there. So that will be the next update. Right, next step of the engine assembly. I've put the pipes on now, both sides. Now, there is a confusing thing about the actual placement of these, because if you can see, I've put them on the engine block just underneath the top silver block, and you can see there's a little bit of an orange gap, because on the ends of those, on the insides of these engine plates, there's like a quarter of a triangle cutout, and you just slot them in the actual cutout holes on the side of the orange part. But on the plans it is confusing, because on the plans there it tells you to put them just below, just above whatever that thing is there, and to put them, I mean, there is some little holes there, and I thought, well, that ain't right, that could be right, because you just wouldn't sit there. So I got the next page to have a look at the completed one when I put like the pulleys and the belts on and stuff. And then if you look there, it's actually where I've glued them on. So when you're on step 6, just be wary of the positioning of that. Don't do it where it tells you to do it. Go on to step 7 and 8 and get a proper picture, because like I said, they just would not sit there, and I thought that don't look right. Right, so that's the piping all done, so it's sitting lovely on there, as you can see. I've now glued the crown pieces on for the top part of the engine and the actual supercharger head. So you add, what was it then? Go back to the previous page. So to glue those in, it tells you to do all that. Don't cut them off. Don't cut them off completely. Just cut them enough just to get it into the hole. Gluing all those bits on. Then you've got this part here for the bottom piece. That's your distributor, and whatever the hell that component is there. You glue them onto there. The distributor cap goes at an angle, and that goes in the little channel tab. And then you glue that on there, on top of there, with the two peg holes and pegs. And then finally, just inside there between the actual heads, the headers, there's actually two pegs and peg holes that you've got to glue in. So what I did is I just ran a touch of super glue on the underneath of them plates, and then just a touch of super glue in the holes, and just pushed that into place, and it was a really nice fit. So I just held it down like that for about a minute and just left it to dry. Also, what you might want to do as well, around that little distributor cap there just above my thumb, you might just want to put a touch of glue in that little gap there between that component, that tube component, and the distributor cap, and some tiny bit of glue where it meets that end cap there on the chrome for the supercharger. But that's all that glued in. Quite easy, to be honest, not bad at all. So that's all that first page worked all done for the engine. So the next page, flipping that back over yet again, I've got stages 7 and 8 with the pulleys and the cogs and the belts, and that's all got to be glued on to the engine. Also, step 9, I've got those sprues ready. So I've sprayed on the seats with the grey primer, and then there's a bit of a roll cage here that's got to be painted in silver, but I've painted the actual fire extinguisher tank in the red, painted the white on first, then painted the red on top of that. So that will be my next steps once I've completed steps 8 and 9 with all those pulleys and various bits and bobs. Right, for now the engine is finished. Steps 7 and 8 are done. Now I've got to be very careful with this because I've only just painted the chrome on. Right, so when I'd left you, I'd just put the tubes on. I've also detailed those header pins on both sides, and I've also put the pulleys and the cogs on. So to the plans, it tells you to put that small cog on first with that chrome piece mounted into the back of that. There's actually a hole in the back of that, whatever that is. And then there's a peg on the back of the cog, because there's two pegs. There's one at the top there, and there's one just there. And basically what you do is you plug that into the hole, glue your piece on the back, and then push that into place, because there's a hole and a peg there. And then, do you remember on the front of the orange bits where I painted in the silver? It actually goes on there as well. So putting that back down. So right in there where that orange part of the engine is, remember them silver bits that I painted? So you glue the one, it goes in there with a peg, and then it just rests on the front of there, and on the back of there, like I said, there's a peg on the back of the actual pulley stroke cog, and then you just drop that into place, and then you've got a little armature that points up there. So that's that sorted. Once you're done with that, then you've got to glue the secondary pulley in with the belt, the bigger one. That has actually got an extra long peg because that has got a hole inside, so you put the peg in there and push it all the way in, and this crown piece here where it's just sticking out slightly, you just glue that to the back of there. So that's that sorted. And I don't know if you can make it out, you've got the actual fan as well, which is another crown piece, and that's got a really long peg, and that goes all the way through the middle. And that just, I didn't even need to glue that in, I've just pushed that in and it's quite a tight fit. So that goes in through the middle, as it explains on the plans there. And that completes step 7 and 8 of the engine. I'm not finished with the engine yet, because you can see it's telling me to put some decals on. Even on the first page I've got to put decals on as well. Once all that was dry, I then went round with the crown pen. There was a that was connected to the sprue there and connected to the sprue here. So I had to sand those down before I put it on, and then just put a drop of crown Molotow paint on there with a pen. There's a couple of pieces where it was connected to the sprue either side of the main head, and also on the pieces, the caps that go on there and there was a couple of bits I had to top up as well. Also with my paw prints, I've got paw prints all out. If you remember as well, I've got a couple of scratches. So I've just about 10 minutes ago put the Molotow and just did it all. It's got a nice shine. It looks like it's streaky at the moment, but it should level out, because I think it's a leveling out paint. But I've read online that this can take, the Molotow pen can take anything up to a week to fully cure. So I'm going to leave this for a week to cure, and then once it's dried, then I'll start putting the decals on, and hopefully the decals won't wash away the Molotow paint. But yeah, the engine's looking really, really nice, not bad at all. I think there's still work to be done on the engine, but the engine's going to be, that work is in a future stage, like with all the lines and the fuel lines and the electrical wires. There's a couple of bits and bobs I've got to put on top of this, so those are going to be in later stages. But yeah, but the engine's looking really, really nice. Like I said, this is the most complex engine I've ever had to build. Usually it's just like 2 hours of the engine and a couple of caps on the top. That's usually it. But this is probably, again, the most complex engine I've ever built. So we'll put that back down over there on that cloth, and I'm going to leave that paint now a week to cure. So now that's done, I could start work on the next 2 steps. If you remember, I've got the seats, I've painted those in the anthracite. I've still got a few bits of detailing there and them all glued together. I've also painted this bit of the roll cage in the aluminium and gunmetal for the handle for the fire extinguisher, but that's all done. So that's pretty much all that page complete now. I've obviously still glue the seats together, but that's where I'm at the moment. So it's start of the next page pretty much.